Hello. How are you? I'm great. How are you doing?
So, what can you tell us about your character, both from the superpower perspective and from a teenage perspective?
Yes. Well, Jennifer Pierce, the daughter of Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning, is a very complicated teenager. She's getting into a lot of trouble at the start of the show, which is why it's very interesting because you get to see her arc after she develops her powers and see what stuff she handles right, where she listens and where she doesn't. It's a very complex character.
I've gotten a thesis interpretation of your relationship between the two sisters. Can you give us your perspective?
Oh gosh, I'm really curious as to what she said. Let me see. She is definitely my character's protector. She wants to protect me and make sure I'm okay. At the same time, our family is a bit broken. Our parents are split up. She's off at college, so I'm kind of getting into trouble at home, and I'm in my own little world. And I'm isolated. So even though she is off at college and there's an age difference, she just wants me to be okay, period. You know, she doesn't care where she is. I'm really curious to see what she said, though.
Something simple.
Okay, great, perfect.
We don't get to see a lot of female superheroes. We don't get to see a lot of black superheroes. How does it feel to be taking on both of those?
That is such a great question. It feels amazing. I just played a super villain in Descendants 2 on Disney, so to be turning around and playing a superhero is like whiplash. It's like totally different. It's the opposite, but it's still the same world, this fantastical world where you get to just dive in and throw everything you have into it. So it's an honor. It really is.
And best of luck with Descendants 2. My daughter is anxiously waiting to watch it. She's 7 years old, and she's been nagging me for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. When is it coming out? When is it coming out? So yes. So now you have playing superpowers. Now things are different in Disney, but how do you adapt with the stunt work and some of the other work, and then transition to drama? How's that going so far?
Wow. Well, the drama aspect of it is so much fun because it's different. I've done comedy a lot of my life, working with Tyler Perry, and then going into Disney. It's been I've had a very comedic background, but I love dramatic acting. You just get to get down to the core of what acting really is, and that's just feeling emotions and not having to push anything or try. So that part is really, really cool. And I'm just playing a superhero, and I'm so hyped about it. That's all I have to say about that. I'm just hyped.
Talk about the importance of family in this show.
I would go as far as to say family is probably the most important aspect of this show. Because we're all dealing with our superpowers. Our dad is the OG, he's retired, and he's used to using his powers for good. But we're just developing our powers. So instead of just dealing with normal teenagers that are getting into trouble, you're dealing with teenagers that are getting into trouble with superpowers. So, it looks great for Cress. He gets to be very dynamic in the show and show both sides of him. The really awesome side when he's fighting and fighting crime and everything, and then just being a father and helping us out with our struggles.
Would you like to see the show eventually, blend into the DC, the other DC, the Arrowverse? Would you like to see your character tussle with Supergirl, that kind of thing?
Oh my gosh, how cool would that be? Now, I wouldn't want to mess with Supergirl. Let's just be honest on that front. But
Supergirl's enemy. She teams up with Supergirl.
Supergirl's enemy. Oh yeah, I love that. I would totally love to see that. We are not a part of the Arrowverse right now.
Yeah.
But that could very well change.
Cool.
So I love all the other DC shows. I mean, I feel like Arrow is very dark, and that's very similar to our show, so I would love to see them cross. Mm-hmm. And also, I just love Flash. I love Grant, so that would be cool too.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
You could be in a musical episode.
We could do another musical episode.
That would be good.
You know what? Hopefully, guys, fingers crossed on that, please. And I'd love to do that.
Because this is such a family-driven show, what was it like on set for you guys all bonding? Because, you're all together so much, I would imagine.
Right, we are always together. We have a group chat. It's like a family group chat where we talk about all sorts of stuff. And it really feels like a family. And you can feel that every time we're together. And that's a blessing. That's a great thing because it doesn't always work out like that. You work with people that you don't really get along with, and then you have to get on screen and pretend. But in this case, we don't have to pretend. So that's such a great thing.
Thank you very much. Best of luck.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Awesome.